of my ankle. In fact, oh, what was the shoe? It was basically the most challenging trail shoe I've ever worn. It was from Adidas. It's not out here now. And I had to, like, I came back bleeding. Give me a minute. I'm coming. We're back in the studio. Hold on, everyone. The Adidas Terrex Agravic Flow 2, is that the full name? Oh my goodness, that's a mouthful. How we doing? Just crutching in. Let me just set these over here. And this is life, everybody. We're just working through this injury. But thankfully, I did test this shoe 3 times before the injury. But, however, like another shoe recently, I did not get all the fun shots. I did, though, seek a little beauty in Leadville, Colorado when I was testing this shoe. Here's some nice aerial shots of a sunrise. But at the end of the day, I didn't get those nice feet shots before this injury. So you just gotta bear with the B-roll a little bit. Not gonna be quite as zesty on the screen for you today. It is a neutral trail running shoe. Look at the mud and grit on there. And there's the stack heights on your screen. I think we're looking at like 28 and 20. Let me just move this mug. And a little bit heavy in my size. So there's the scores. Not too exciting, all right, as far as the weight is concerned. Yes, 10.6, 10.7 in my size, everybody. Just an engineered mesh, abrasion resistant. I gotta say, Adidas, for the upper, there's a lot going on here on this upper. I do like these overlays, this abrasion resistance for, stopping roots and sharp rocks from puncturing and tearing the upper. Great work there. I do like that a lot. Let me just remind myself, not a semi-gusseted or gusseted tongue. The tongue padding is good. It's good. Crazy enough. I know it's a small detail, but the laces took a little bit of breaking in. They just came out of the box a little bit stiff. I know it's a small detail, but if you feel a little frustrated or like, man, I just didn't nail that lockdown when the shoes are coming out of the box, just bear with them. They did loosen up a little bit after 2 or 3 runs. The issue with the upper is, and this happened in some of the other Adidas trail shoes as well in the past, just the collar. I'm gonna call it rigid. I don't want to call it sharp, but it's just like the collar is what wraps right around your ankle. And it could be a little softer, a little more plush, especially if you're negotiating trails where you really need to go kind of side to side and you're just not, it's not a soft, gentle trail. It's pretty aggressive. I just could feel this collar on the side of my ankle. In fact, oh, what was the shoe? It was basically the most challenging trail shoe I've ever worn. It was from Adidas. It's not out here now. And I had to, I came back bleeding. That's what it was. I came back bleeding on the side of my ankle, which has never happened before. It didn't happen in this shoe, but just keep that in mind. If you pick this shoe up, just make sure you're not feeling that. In Adidas, if you're listening, how could we soften this up in 2023? That would be pretty cool. Moving on to that Light Strike EVA midsole. Okay, let's pull out I have a feeling it's gonna be in the upper 40s. Maybe not though. Let's just see here for the durometer. 48, 49. Okay, so it feels, it's a little firm for my liking, all right? I like it low 40s, upper 30s even for the durometer. Let's just do the thumb test as well. So I'm not getting incredible, no. It's not a good energy return, okay? So there's the scores for the midsole. And let me just do the twist test as well. Ooh, see, it's just it's not twisted at all. The geese are dying today. That is for sure. On to the outsole, though. All right, hold your breath, everybody. This is where it gets exciting. I gotta say, now it looks reminiscent, I will say, of Salomon's outsole pattern, okay? I don't know if you know what Salomon, I'm thinking of the Speed Cross 5, which I don't see it out here right now, but I will always say out here. I think for the rest of my life, I will be saying out here. So the deal is this outsole, so the lug depth, which this is cool, Adidas, this is very cool. They print on the bottom, you can't quite see it, and it's really muddy, and I don't want to get dirt everywhere. It says the stack height, 20 and 28, and then it also has the lug depth, 4 millimeters. I love Adidas. That is a really nice attention to detail. I'd almost buy the shoe again just for that attention to detail. especially for me, since I review shoes and you're always doing research on running shoes, the fact that they print it on the outsole of the shoe is very, very, I would even just put it right on the upper. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. So bottom line, the depth of the lugs is spot on. The size of the lugs is spot on. And then the positioning of the lugs is spot on. And if I had to only pick one, I would say the size of the lugs, meaning the width, not the depth, but the width. It's perfect. It's not too, because if the lugs become too wide, that can cause it basically can create a platform, like a flat platform, and you want to be able to dig into the mountain is what I'm trying to say, all right? Outsole, great job there. I do love it, 9 out of 10. Fit, a little narrow in the toe box, okay? So just keep it in mind if you're picking the shoe up. Comfort score, meh, all right? Bear with, it's the collar and the midsole. Collar and the midsole. I'm sorry, I gotta call it as it is. Positive is that outsole, drawback is the collar. Durability, I am gonna go 600. I just think like this midsole is showing no wear and tear, and I took it on some pretty aggressive trails up on Grays and Torreys. So, anywho, I think I'm going 600 for that. And again, info at DeMoorGlobalRunning.com. If you pick this shoe up and you take it, let's say past 500 miles. All right, maybe somebody already has, because this shoe has been kind of pushed down the testing scale, the testing totem pole for a while. And I think I received it in April, maybe May, I don't know. So it just, I've been sitting on it for a while, so maybe somebody has taken it that far. Price point, I think it's 130, but we might have to confirm that. Anyway, if it is 130, it's a good score. I think I maybe saw 139. Bottom line, that's a solid score though, and solid price point for a trail shoe, especially with inflation in 2022. Everybody, there you go. Other shoes to buy, Innovate Park Claw G280. If I could only pick one off of this list, it'd probably be a tie between the Cyclone and then that's actually tough. Maybe the Exodus Ultra, okay? So there you go. Other shoes to buy that are kind of in the similar, I'd say the Cyclone is probably closest as far as the ride and energy and the feel of that midsole. All right, there you have it. Here we go. Shoe quick specs for the Adidas Terrex Agravic Flow 2. Soak it in one more time. Light Strike EVA Continental. Did I even mention it is Continental rubber on that outsole? 130, maybe 139, but I think $130 price point, and maybe that price has even dropped since it is getting a little beyond its release date. And here you go, full review score, 6.6 out of 10. 6.6 out of 10. That's that. 6.60. You know what that means. I'm not too excited about it. But there's always next year. Everybody, comment of the day, Junk Miles, you get it. Here we go. This person said, I don't know, Junk Miles, here we go. Probably one of my favorite looking trail shoes on the market right now, both colorways. Oh yeah, this is being pulled from an Adidas trail shoe from last year. I forget the name of it exactly. Just wish they had a rock plate, but oh well. I'll probably try them next year. Always a year behind on shoe models, so at least try and to keep some sort of budget in mind. I love it, Junk Miles. That's not a bad strategy, everybody. Tip of the day, all right, from Junk Miles. Don't hesitate to go back into the archive and even listed down below in the description some old shoes that are on sale. Sometimes, not often, but sometimes 50%. So that's great. I like that strategy a lot, Junk Miles. Question of the day, what is your next race and how is your training going? Okay, road, trail, ultra, short, middle distance, like a mile. What is your next? Maybe it's cross country season. That's coming up. All right. There you have it. We'll toss it to the trail running shoe playlist. Lots of trail shoes publishing in the last, I would say, 6 weeks. So if you're interested in all the trail shoes I've been testing, right there, right there, right there. Onward and upward. All right. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.